living prop today. This is my boyfriend Shay. He's a world champion in jiu-jitsu. The first round of speeches had a lot to do with self-defense, so I thought maybe I should show you guys something. And Shay's taught me a lot about what to do in a scary situation because you never really know what's going to happen in your daily life. And it's better to know something and not need it than to need it and not know it. So most of you have probably never been in a situation like that. There's maybe like a handful of you in here that are in martial arts or have had like defensive sport classes. So maybe you guys know what I'm talking about, but otherwise, like I said, it's better to know it and not need it than need it and not have it. So I've learned a lot from Shay. He thinks it's a better idea to know it. And so today we're going to talk about what to do if you're attacked from behind, if you're attacked from the front, or if you get pinned down. So it's going to go over like a basic mind, motion, and then we're going to give you a visual. So if you guys need to move around to come and see, or if you need us to move back somewhere to see, you guys can just holler and we'll do that. So we're going to start with getting attacked from behind. This can occur anywhere and in many different ways, but you need to remember to stay calm. That's the most important piece. So when I say mind, it means don't panic. You need to think through the moment. You need to stay calm, think about where you are, what's going on, and then just process it. For the motion, when they come up behind you, you're going to want to grab their wrists, and then you're going to push your hips away, and that's going to break their grip, and then you're going to either turn around and you're going to want to run. Like, that's the biggest part. You run. You're going to think, okay, I should probably turn around and hit them, but unless they keep coming after you, you don't want to hit them. You want to get out of there as fast as possible. So now we'll do the fun part, and we'll show you what I'm talking about. So if somebody comes up and just grabs you from behind, like I said, you want to grab the wrist, push down, break, and then run. So it's pretty simple motion: push, break, run. So the next one is getting attacked from the front. This is, if you're getting attacked from the front, you probably weren't paying attention to your surroundings in the first place, which you always should. So just think like, okay, I'm walking down the road, texting on my phone. But it's also probably the best position to be in. So like, again, mind, keep a clear head, do not panic. You just gotta think through it. The motion, if you're walking, so you're walking down the street, a person starts harassing you, grabbing at you, you wanna keep your distance. That's the biggest part. Just keep pushing them away, try to keep them as far apart from you as you can. If this doesn't stop them, then you need to lower their center of gravity. So the center of gravity is like you're balanced. If you push them down, if they fall over, their gravity is gonna be off a little bit. And then, so you can do that by hitting them in the stomach, hitting them in the groin, or pulling their wrist down. And so after that, then you wanna grab the back of their neck and thrust your knee up, and that'll kind of disable them for a little bit, but then again, you run. So now we'll do the vision. So again, if you're just like walking down the street, texting, and they grab you from the front, you're gonna keep your distance with them. And if that doesn't stop them, you can grab their wrist, put them down, and then knee them in the face. So it's just a simple motion. It probably sounds a lot harder than it is. You just grab their arm, push them down. So being pinned down is the worst circumstance. That you have low mobility. The person that's on top of you is probably way bigger than you, being that they got you down, and you're probably freaking out because you're like, okay, I'm done for, I'm on the ground, it's over. But again, you need to keep your mind straight. Focus, like look at your surroundings, stay calm. It's very important to stay calm. I mention that every time. So the motion is going to be really hard to understand as I describe this one, and this one we're probably going to have to move around for so that you guys can see. But so it's going to be breaking your grip again, locking a leg, and then you need to roll so that you're on top and in control. So we'll do this one a couple times, and we'll probably move back there too so that you guys can see, or people can like come up here. Well, let's go like, this one's going to be a little bit harder for people to see. So if you get pinned down, so if you get pinned down, you need to thrust forward and break the grip, grab an arm, and then lock a leg and roll over so that you're on top. And then at that point you can start hitting punching so that they unlock their legs, and then you can get up and run. Do you guys need to see back there?
Yeah, do it again.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll come back here.
Yeah, I want that.
We'll come back here and show it again. We'll do it this side so you guys can see the motion of the hands. So you're pinned down, they have your wrist pinned. If you thrust up, that's gonna break their balance, and then you lock an arm, and then you lock a leg, and you roll that way, And then at that point, to get their legs undone, you can start hitting, punching, and then they'll unlock their legs eventually. You get up and run. So like I said, that's probably the worst circumstance to be in, but you really just need to keep your mind clear. So today I showed you and talked to you about what to do in a situation if you're attacked from the behind, from the front, or if you get pinned down. You've seen these techniques, but I really hope you never have to use them. Like I said, it's better to have it and not need it though, than to need it and not have it. Thanks you, Shay, but please, ladies and gentlemen, don't go home and start tossing your spouse around. They won't appreciate it like Shay does. Any questions?